soul. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to another All Signs Tarot reading. All Signs love tarot reading. All Signs love reading. And as is pretty much always the case here at the Tarot Closet, channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. A reading where we're going into their feelings for you, your feelings for them. What is on everybody's mind or somebody in particular? Is there something you need to know or don't see coming? Is anyone making a move? I don't know either. Let's take a look at the energy that is coming in. Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. It's a lot of this is long-term energy. It's slow-moving, but it's long-term. Mercury in Virgo energy with our Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo energy. What is this person working on? Because you can see Five of the Pentacles here kind of separated, bringing in the Five of Pentacles, Mercury in Taurus. Is this somebody that you're having difficulty with? No contact, no communication, and or in separation, because that's a loss energy. They're working on the Sixth Pentacle, reciprocity, commitment. There's the Seventh Pentacle nearby, which is telling me that you're waiting on somebody, Venus and Taurus, or somebody's waiting on somebody. Then, of course, that Eighth Pentacle, which is, an action. It's also connected to some karma, infinity, truth, balance, renewal. But what's coming in today, the connection is manifesting, and this is around a long-term energy. Is this somebody you were in, I want to say, a long-term partnership with, building it, or was it on the table? Is it on the table? It feels like it. This is a timeless reading. You are here when you are meant to be here. It's a general tarot reading. Always take what resonates and let the rest go. All the playlists are linked in the description of today's video. So connected to today's videos, Love Tarot, Love Messages, All Signs Tarot. You'll also find all 12 Zodiac signs, twin flame readings if you're on a twin flame journey, and more. So feel free to explore. Let's continue checking out the energy that is coming in. Oh, it's the Six of Swords, okay, and the Six of Cups, yeah. How far back in the past does it go with this person? Have you known them for many years, maybe even into childhood? Or perhaps just that feeling. It's the Six of Cups, as you can see. The Sun in Scorpio. There is reunion energy in this energy, and it's coming with the Six of Swords, Mercury in Aquarius, communication. It's time to communicate. I guess you could say getting out of the Four Swords that are connected here, which is like either not talking or just, taking a break, no contact, no communication and or in separation. And you can see the Two Swords here are kind of isolated, making a decision or a compromise. Could be literally around some kind of relocation, should this be somebody at a distance. But I'll tell you what, 66, this is an imbalanced energy. So somebody here, clearly that there have been some difficulties with, but somebody here who very much has you on their mind and is working, I feel like, well, you can see it actually, on the Pentacles. Slow moving, really slow moving, but long-term energy. There's definitely a conversation due or coming up if it hasn't already begun. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Let's continue. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see. Aho. Here we go. Three of Cups. More reunion energy. More communicating, coming together. If you can see this person in person, you know they're going to be somewhere. You think they're going to be somewhere. They probably are. This is Mercury. And as I talk about it, the Tarot Closet, it's oftentimes really strongly connected to reading and writing. So it can be a message, social media, email, SMS, text message. But it's Mercury. So if you can see them, it's a conversation coming together, communicating, either at an event, could also be around a phone call. How do you normally communicate with this person? Because you're not now partnership placement, Three of Pentacles in reverse, Mars in Capricorn. The Moon, the Queen of Pentacles. What needs to come out here in this Moon energy, in this conversation? Feelings? Feelings about something. Of course, the crustacean blocking this emotional flow. It's the subconscious energy. Needing to get out of this energy. Pisces, also bringing in Cancer and Gemini. And going into the Sun, the luminary, the conscious energy, and revealing the subconscious energy. So somebody's definitely in that Six of Cups nostalgic energy and working on coming here to communicate. It feels a whole lot like there is some healing necessary. The Three of Pentacles in reverse here. I don't know if somebody just wasn't responding or what they're hiding actually. But it's a pretty strong validation for me of the lack of communication. And I feel like this conversation could go anywhere. Also looking at the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the 33. And that's kind of digging deeper, telling me that really anything is possible here. There's definitely some revealing energy, and this conversation does feel emotional. The Moon, of course, controls the tide, the emotions. And again, you can see that crustacean blocking it. It's connecting to the Queen of Pentacles, my protege, to the Empress. A lot of healing energy, a lot of Gaia energy. The Queen of Pentacles is here today where this person's energy is the strongest. But looking longingly at the pentacle, and you can see the little Haza here, as we say, the rabbit, the heart, the bunny, around matters of the heart, new beginnings. But there's a lot of healing energy in here, a very resourceful energy with our Queen of Pentacles, making things work that were not, again, really slow moving, but long-term energy. There's a lot of emotional stuff that's being held back that I feel like is going to come out in this conversation. Yeah, here we go. On point, King of Swords, Gemini, and Mercury energy. This is somebody who's been, or I want to say who is, kind of being strategic about what they want to say. They're in that Six of Cups energy, so they're kind of, well, they're in that nostalgic energy. You know, and that's thinking about kind of everything. And again, whether you've known them for a really long time or it's just that feeling. But the reunion energy in that, the reunion energy here in the Three of Cups, the King of Swords, Six of Swords, it's pretty clear that somebody is working on some kind of communication. Whether it's text message, social media, email, SMS. I just really want to validate that if you can see each other, if you know they're going to be somewhere, if there's an event you know they're going to be at, they are. The Five of Cups, Mars and Scorpio upright energy. This is somebody who is in regret, who regrets. Well, there's this feeling of regret of how things were left, because look what's behind. It's the Two of Cups, Venus and Cancer, the feelings that are still here. The possibilities here are, like, it's not off the table that it's not possible, like that it's over. It could go either way, this conversation. It's really clear. And there's a couple of things going on. One, there may have already been some discord. Look, the Three of Cups knocked over. And we see that here. Look, holding them up. Mercury and Cancer energy again. So there may have been some discord that kind of got things where they are now. But this could also be a kind of an emotional conversation. There it is. Here's the conversation. Whether it's in person or apart. And here are 3 cups knocked over with 2 people who love each other, who still have feelings for each other, but who have not been communicating. And some things need to be revealed here. King of Swords, the Moon, the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm wondering if there's an apology. Probably. Yeah. The communication's clear. Pun intended. Ace of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. That's transactional, that sword. It's clarity. It's our King of Swords energy here. Somebody who's really thinking about what they need to say and reveal, because that hasn't been the case. The Fool in reverse, Aquarius and Uranus energy. It's somebody who's been careless, and I feel like either hiding something literally, maybe it's just feelings. It's kind of, I feel like it's something else. But who's been careless with feelings, like quite literally, and they know that. Here in this Five of Cups energy. So there's definitely, well, the regret is here, and there's definitely, I feel like, an apology here within this conversation that you're having. But I think it's going beyond that. Yeah, this is definitely somebody who was careless. The Six of Swords is back in reverse. This is the energy, you could say, of where we are now. It's like a stagnant energy. We saw it coming in the upright. Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and I tell you what, that Four of Swords was really kind of screaming out at me of getting out of that energy, because generally you're getting into the Four of Swords here within our Six of Swords. Jupiter and Libra energy. You're getting in there when you're getting out of the Three of Swords. So something having gone on, complications, maybe, again, no contact, no communication, and or in separation, difficulties for some of you, breakup. Whatever the case is, that's where it's been feeling. And not only is this in reverse, the current state of things, you could say, but it's reversing the Four of Swords, which for me is like somebody who's getting ready to communicate, who's getting ready to act, you could say. And it's a really strong validation here with the Four of Swords, actual Four of Swords in reverse. 3 of them, which are here in reverse, which is the apology. Yeah. There are some things I feel like also that you've either learned or you're learning about this person that maybe it's unexpected for you. This is somebody who's getting ready to communicate, though. And the Nine of Wands, somebody else is, and this is why. Knight of Cups in reverse, broken promises. So, as I talk about the communication, somebody's holding up the 9th wand, the Nine of Wands, the Moon, in Sagittarius energy. It's sort of like some boundaries, you know, like, wait a minute, because behind this person are 8 wands, and that's around communication that's coming in. This is somebody who, I mean, it sounds, I don't want it to sound trite, because it's not at all, but there is a feeling of like somebody who hurt your feelings, you know, who, it's just clear. And there is like that protective barrier around it, even right next to the moon. And you can see this energy here, the broken promise energy, exactly why they have regret, why this person wants to communicate. I think it's more than that, but needs to apologize. That's really clear. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Scorpion Pluto is connecting with that King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So the lack of communication is just really super clear. And the Chariot is here. Sounding like Dr. Seuss today. The Moon, again, in Cancer energy. The thing is, you need to get past the Sphinx. You gotta have the answer to the riddles in order to get them moving, to get past the obstacles. Kind of both ways, but because there's emotional barriers up. But this is somebody, look at this. The Chariot, the King of Swords, the Three of Cups, who is making plans to communicate. And it's really clear for some of you that it can be at a literal event. So if there is travel involved here, we're seeing it right before our eyes. But whether this is in person at an actual event or not, there is communication. That's really clear that somebody's working on, and it's around long-term energy. I'm not always privy to all the details, including what the broken promises were. But it's also clear that this is somebody who regrets hurting you, which they definitely have, and I understand why there's some boundaries up, but there's also a conversation that needs to happen and is about to happen and can get quite emotional. The Star just revealed at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Renewal, hope, clarity, a lot of healing energy in our star, Aquarius and Uranus energy. And it's that energy of somebody coming back in. Affinity. And the thing about the Star is you go into the Star when you get out of the Tower energy. So it can be that there was some kind of something that broke down here. And I kind of feel like for some of you that's just obvious, you know. But going into this healing energy, I like this a lot because it is connected to kind of, well, the broken promise energy, the lack of communication, but it's connected to them coming in to communicate. It's connected to the regret. I mean, this is just really clear. So if you can see each other, I mean, there's definitely a coming up to you kind of energy. It is a very healing energy. It's clear. It could be that for some of you, we're dealing with somebody who's very like matter of fact, you know. But they've thought it out. So again, whether this reunion energy, quotes, is via message or in person, the Queen of Cups, that's what this is. It's healing energy. Cancer. A lot of water energy here as well. That's what this is. I like this. It's an emotionally honest and open energy, and it's healing. It's coming in this way. Also look with this energy of the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. Somebody here getting ready to act because there's definitely been hurt here, and this is why. Seven of Swords. Aquarius and Uranus energy. Somebody running off. I'll tell you what exactly it is, if it's just around not communicating, or it's like somebody physically who is afraid of their feelings or afraid of commitment, whatever it is, you can see they're carrying Three of the Swords, which we know is an energy that's here. And that's heartbreak, like hurt, making that decision, carrying two swords off, leaving two swords behind, which we're seeing here. We're seeing them in reverse here as well, by the way. And it's indecision. It's somebody kind of in their head, overwhelmed. So I don't know what it's around, but it's kind of suspicious with the moon there around feelings. Definitely they've hurt them. That's just really clear. And I really do feel like this is like the conversation that you've been needing to finish. You know, that's been like on pause, on hold, because it's like there either wasn't a response to a message or a phone call, or like the conversation was just left hanging, you know. Somebody definitely was running from communication, from feelings. And if all else here, this conversation is a very sincere healing one. Although, again, I feel like it could get really, look at this, really emotional. Really emotional. Yeah. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. We are one queen away, the counterpart to our King of Swords, which is like the communication for me of the Empress energy. A very emotionally open and healing energy, the Empress, you know, Gaia energy, Mother Earth. So, yeah, that counterpart energy, oh, the Queen of Swords isn't here. But it's here, you know, but not quite yet, because you haven't had the conversation yet. The last two coming in are the Emperor in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. So as I talk about the almost kind of Empress energy, we have the Emperor here in reverse, which is exactly where things have been. Mars and Aries energy, divine masculine energy. Ego. Holding on to the Ankh, yin-yang energy. Divine feminine, divine masculine energy in imbalance. And the Emperor, first of all, this is the Emperor's king. So we have the King of Swords and the King of Wands here. And look, we have the Queen of Wands too. So, yeah. So 2 of our 4 kings for our Emperor are here. Let me pick this back up again. And this reversal energy of kind of not yet ready. Because that's what we're counting on in order, you could say, to reveal what's hidden in the moon. The illumination with the star, the healing energy, the chariot, the major arcana energy, the bigger picture, you could say. We're sort of counting on all this moving choices, conversations, because, well, you have free will, your person has free will. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, they do change. The future is not fixed. It's relying on the decisions that you're making. But we can see the bigger picture here. So somebody like preparing, whether they're literally traveling to something or they're just getting things, like thinking about what they want to say. If there's messages, it's like writing them out. Because there's definitely an energy of getting out of their head. And that could also be you. We could be looking at some mirroring here. But the Emperor is connected to the root chakra. And when that is imbalanced, when it's not aligned, when it's not centered, there is fear. There's coming from a place of shadow, from ego. So you could say behaving in a way that's not for anybody's highest good, making bad decisions, then not even being like taking accountability, not making decisions you should make, like communicating, like apologizing. So it's definitely an energy of moving out of here, but we can see the imbalance. It's actually been really clearly coming through. So it's a matter of timing, you could say. And for some of you, it could be that it's been going on for a long time, but this just feels like it's fast, how it's coming together. So the conversation. Where things are going from here, it's not really clear. The Emperor in reverse just connected to the 3 of Cups, here to the King of Swords. So that's what's been holding it back. Some of the communication is shadow, ego, yeah, and some fear, which is just really validated here. And that's the other thing. It's not about gender. King of Wands, divine masculine energy in reverse. The counterpart, the Queen of Wands, divine feminine energy in the upright. It's just even an imbalance here in terms of their movement. Like we know it's happening. It's just, you know, the wands are the fastest. It's a little bit slow here with our king, but we see that things are kind of moving around. Getting their ducks in a row, I guess you could say. But it's also telling me that you're both here. And the Chariot wanted to move into the overall energy. I'm bringing in some wisdom today. I'm not reading it in reverse. Let's see if there is any validation or clarity. Maybe some new insight that wants to come in. Either way, I've got to say, what I really like about this is, I mean, we're kind of in between the star, you could say, and the sun energy. But because when you get out of the moon energy, that's where you go. A new cycle into the sun. Our luminary. So revealing a lot of what is, I feel like, needing to be revealed and talked about today. Or talked about, excuse me, with this person. The two of you. Where it's going from there, it's not really clear for me. What is clear is that it's a conversation that it's about to happen with somebody that you still love, that loves you. And it is healing energy. It is sincere. It's kind of thought out. But it might get emotionally intense. Thank you, spirit guides. Angels and ancestors, please show us what else we need to see today, Aho. To the sea. It's interesting. It's reflecting on the past, current situation, like assessing it, controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't. Also around the emotions, I tell you, it does feel like it feels like it's that it's going to be emotional. Exchanging gifts. Serendipity. A leg up. Okay, I like that because that is somebody here who's stepping up. Observer. Peace. Olive branch. Yeah. It's this is... That's part of the reason I feel like King of Wands in reverse, Queen of Wands in the upright. That it just, I don't know why. I don't know what the details are, but it kind of just needs to be one or the other. I feel like it's around this person. If you think that's you, that's the person who needs to make that move, well, then you know that. But a leg up here, it's literally that energy of I'm going to make this right. I'm going to do what's right. Communicate. Coming in here with the peace offering, an olive branch, a dove. You can see the hearts flying off. Of course, this is a 5. It's like around getting out of conflict, but also connecting us to the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. Clear communication. And getting out of the conflicting energy that's been going on. It's been a conversation that's needed to happen. And I don't know what's in this exchanging gifts. Serendipity, because this is like happening now. It's like timing wise. It's like this person that you love coming in, or maybe you're going in, whatever the case. Is this asking for and offering forgiveness? Is this more? Is it going past that? It's up really, only you can say. But I like this 4-leaf clover because that is connecting me to the Wheel of Fortune. Good fortune, a turning point. Luck, you could say. And I think of that as timing. It's a 9, and that's things coming to fruition. It's like attainment, fulfillment. It's just time here for this conversation, for this apology, for this peace to be made, whatever that's going to mean. This is kind of like a Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Go to the sea. It's sort of like a, and also the star energy, like keeping a cool head kind of energy. That camera just makes me nuts. You didn't miss anything. What I was saying with the go to the sea energy and the star, the energy that's here, the peace, that it really is, it's like coming out of a cooling off period that's happened. It could also be validating the fact that there might need to be one even after this conversation, because it does feel like not discord. I don't feel that. It just feels emotional. And by the way, the Queen of Wands is here. Did I mention that already? I think I did. And not only is it around that Queen of Wands energy, confidence and self-assuredness, the knowing energy, and connected here, look, with the sunflower, which connects with the sun. They lean toward the sun. So this move, I just feel like it's really going to put things forward, whatever that's going to mean for you. But our little Queen of Wands kitty is also a little secret keeper. It's right here on the moon. The observer energy and come to the edge. I mean, that really is just what's going on now of having the conversation. It could mean something further as far as where you are going from here. Again, it's sort of feeling like that's between the two of you today. I don't know what all those details are, but there's been some kind of watching and waiting energy, and I feel like it's around that Eight of Pentacles. As somebody's working on this communication, that Seventh Pentacle was in there too, a validation that somebody's kind of waiting. So there's like a waiting, there's a watching observer. It's sort of like Page of Swords energy. But things coming to fruition here, come to the edge. This conversation, I tell you what, that Six of Cups coming in, and even our Two of Cups here, that it's just staying revealed amongst all the energy of the feelings that are still here. It's it feels really emotional. But it also feels like somebody here has been needing to step up. I want to bring in some channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. If you feel you're sending any, you're sending them too, because this is your reading. I took you for granted. That's the regret and the Five of Cups. There's definitely an apology in this exchanging gifts energy. And again, it's a coming to fruition energy. 9, and there's another 9. That's a 99. That's an energy of fulfillment. So it's like, do what's right. It's a lot of healing energy. It feels like a really emotional, sincere apology. Where you're going from here, again, it is not clear to me. And whether this is in person or via message, but I really like that somebody is receiving this apology. It was me, not you. Right here on a leg up. I'll never find another like you. So that's also in the star energy. It's like in the stars kind of energy, fate. Like I know we met for a reason, destiny's intertwined energy. That's also here in the star. Like it was written in the stars energy. Yeah, I trust the universe will bring us together as I say that. I don't deserve you, but I want you. Do you still love me? I think that's a pretty valid question. Are you ready to know the truth? Right here on the moon, on exchanging gifts, a leg up. Yeah, it's coming in here. What exactly that is. Do you love me? Do you still love me? Or somebody asking, do you still love me? And somebody responding, do you love me? Missing you? I don't deserve you, but I want you energy. That's where that went. I will always love you. That is so goosebumpy. Do you still love me? Do you love me? I will always love you. There are guards up for sure. There are a lot of feelings here. I think it's not really clear that there's big decisions being made. I guess you could say during this conversation or right now, but it does feel like there's a really long-term energy around it. And that's that 8 and 10 of Pentacles coming in particular the 10 of Pentacles. So whether you were there, you were building it, or it was on the table. Because there is some kind of running energy here. It kind of just feels like a lot of things, though. I have so many regrets. Well, yeah, that's been coming in already in our Five of Cups. This is eating me up inside. This has hit me hard. Whoa. I love you more than I have found a way to say, actually. I'm trying to get over my fear. So I think it's probably more, it feels like it's more around than just communicating and apologizing for what. I'm not privy to that today. But I think it's around that long-term energy. And that could mean so many things for some of you, whether it's like taking it to another level, or continuing on the path and building up a life together to be more, you know? Because that's pretty clear in our King of Wands in reverse, but in particular, our Emperor in reverse here. Yeah, again, it's just like fear around making a move, and it just feels like it's way more than just communicating. Do you still love me? I kind of feel like that's a question for you. I want to be honest. Please never give up on us. I dream of you. Can you feel my love? Do you still love me? Can you feel my love? We belong together. I want to kiss you. Well, we have our King and our Queen of Wands here. Some of that physical longing, I guess you could say. Yeah, gosh, there's so much of that. Yes, I know you love me. Do you still love me? Can you feel my love? Yes, I know you love me. Whew, I think I might be the third party here today. I have so many regrets. Look, here it is again. That's yours, but sometimes I feel like they're like trying to hide something. That's yours too. Well, brought out too. And it revealed so many songs remind me of you. There's too many under it, but I'm going to keep that. And my world is dark without you. Right here, I'm missing you. I don't deserve you, but I want you. And the last two channeled love messages. I was scared. And I really want to see you. So that's super specific, and it's definitely here if you can. And even if you can't, somebody's obviously wanting that. And that's also in that Six of Cups energy. Beautiful soul, that is your reading today. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing to the Tarot Closet. I appreciate you so much. If you enjoy readings at the Tarot Closet and you'd like to join the channel as a member, the link is in the description. Again, you'll find everything there. Not necessary at all, but thank you for those of you that have. It is really appreciated. Also, the super thanks that have been coming through in the comments, thank you for that as well. I'm sending you love, I'm sending you light, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at another love reading soon. Until then.